Welcome to City Limits, the show that provides you with information about the people, places, and events that shape the character of our community. Tonight we have a very special show highlighting local governments and how they directly affect the lives of citizens of our communities. This year, April 28th through May 4th, has been designated as Local Government Week in Missouri. When the average citizen thinks about local government, they usually think of their local mayor or town council member. However, there are many additional entities that are not considered when we define local government, which have a far greater effect on the lives of local citizens than our municipal government. Local government is the lowest level of governmental administration within the state. The 10th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution makes local government a state matter rather than subject to federal law. The Missouri legislature grants the power and defines the structure of how each entity will operate. Let's hear from some of our local state officials.
In my 15 years of public service, first at the local level and for the past 12 years in the Missouri General Assembly, I've come to more fully appreciate the partnership government and citizens have in our representative democracy. In the legislative branch, perhaps more than any branch of government, individual citizens and groups have a direct voice and play a vital role in influencing public policy through their active participation. If you have ideas or comments about policies affecting our great state, consider sharing them with your state legislators. We all benefit when the citizens of Missouri are informed and engaged.
From the roads we drive on, to the water we drink, to the schools our children attend, our local governments are responsible for so many of the things that directly impact our day-to-day lives. As we celebrate Local Government Week, it is a time to give thanks for the many local public servants who work so hard to make our cities and towns such wonderful places to live for Missouri families. As someone who has served as the president of the Board of Aldermen for the city of Eureka and now serves as a state representative and the Speaker of the House, I know the legislation we pass in Jefferson City has the potential to change the way cities and counties throughout Missouri do business. My colleagues and I are always mindful of the fact that our goal is to empower our communities to serve the best interests of our citizens and not to saddle them with burdensome mandates that hinder their ability to operate efficiently. It's an effective partnership that has worked well throughout the years to make our great state of Missouri even greater, and we will continue that partnership in the years to come. During Local Government Week, let us all give thanks for the hard work and dedication of the exceptional men and women who make our lives better through their selfless work on the many city councils, county commissions, and school boards throughout our great state.
I'm State Senator Paul LEVOTA. I represent the 11th Senatorial District, which is in Jackson County, Missouri. For Local Government Week, it is a great reminder of those public servants around the state who are there to represent you. I represent an area that I grew up in. I'm glad to be down here with 34 senators to try to fight for those things that make sense for our state. Good education, good roads, good jobs. And that's, to me, what local government's all about. Increasing the capacity for growth in our community and making sure that we all work together to improve our quality of life. State government is just a part of that. Your city government, your school districts play a large portion, and they should do their part. And I'm hoping that as state senator, I do my part up here in Jefferson City to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to impact my community back home.
Hi, I'm Representative GENISE from the 92nd District in South St. Louis County. I came to Jefferson City to represent my constituents and to make sure the voices of all my constituents were heard. As a teacher, a lot of my students felt like they were not part of the process, so I wanted to let them know that government could and should be different for them. Unfortunately, my experience has shown, particularly this session, that our voices are not always heard. We're not always able to represent our constituents, as we're not able to inquire in committees and sometimes on the floor. Government should be for and about the people, and my goal is to make sure that we're representing the people of Missouri.
I'm State Senator David Pierce of the 21st Senatorial District, and I think it's very important that people get involved in government. Government is only as good as you make it, and as a state senator, we like to hear from you. So whether that's in person or an email, a letter, or a visit, please take your time to get involved in the political process. As elected officials, we're not mind readers, so we need to hear from you when it comes to local, state, and federal issues, so give us a call.
I'm Senator Kurt Schaefer. I'm chairman of the Senate Appropriations Committee, which means for the committee in the Senate, we draft the state budget. That means we have state revenue and we have money that comes from the federal government, and we use that money in part to help local governments do things like make infrastructure improvements, help pay for schools, help pay for roads, and all those things that we use state money to help support local efforts at the municipal level.
I'm Ron Richard, Joplin, Missouri, 32nd District. I'm the Senate Majority Leader, the first one in 100 years that's been Speaker of the House and Senate Majority Leader. I think state government, what it does, like local government, is close to the people. And you have a chance to talk to us and visit us about your concerns. And because we're home every weekend, you see us, and we like to think we're pretty close to our constituents. So talk to us, and that's how we get things taken care of and get fixed.
Hi, my name is Jolie Justice. I am the Minority Leader for the Democratic Party in the Missouri State Senate. I represent the 10th Senatorial District, which is the people of Callaway, Audrain, Monroe, Montgomery, Warren, and Lincoln counties. And when I look at state government, I look at the function of state government being all of the ways in which we function on a day-to-day basis, whether it be the registration of our doctors, the licensing of our cars, or frankly, any of the things that have to do with health care and other safety net services that we have throughout the state. So state government is important for several reasons, but one of them is that just the day-to-day operation of state business and how we as citizens function as a society.
Hi, my name is Joe KEAVENY. I'm the senator from the 4th Senatorial District, which is the city of St. Louis, Clayton, Richmond Heights, Webster Groves, Brentwood, and Shrewsbury. State government is extremely important to the constituents of those areas. First and foremost, we interact with the school districts to ensure quality programming and funding, most importantly. And then, in addition to that, we provide resources. My office is a liaison for the constituents when they are dealing with some of the state agencies. State senators and state offices tend to get a quick response when we make an inquiry on behalf of a constituent, and that's probably the issue that I enjoy the most pursuing. In addition to that, we deal with grand issues such as income tax, sales tax, making sure everybody in the state is operating in unity.
Scott Sifton, State Senator for the 1st District in South St. Louis County and part of the inner suburban ring. We deal with all kinds of local government issues here at the state level in Jefferson City. Our K-12 education funding policy has direct implications for our local school districts. And very simply, every dollar that we don't use in Jefferson City to support education is one that local school boards are likely to turn to local property taxpayers to come up with. So very simply, the more we can do for schools here in Jefferson City, the less that local property taxpayers are going to have to do at the local level through their local boards. We also have, in any given year, dozens, sometimes even more than 100 bills that deal with specific local issues in specific jurisdictions pertaining to all sorts of different issues. Those are just a few of the things that we do in state government that impact local government, but I have to tell you, not a day goes by that we don't take up an issue that has direct implications for what happens in your community at the local level.
I think one of the significant issues serving, of course, in state government is that sometimes those at home don't recognize maybe the differences in the impact that state government has as opposed to the local city government. You know, many times in our office we get complaints such as trash pickup, crime, nuisance properties. Many of those issues, of course, are things that are handled on the city level in our area, of course, on the local level. On the state level, we're more apt to be able to help you directly with things such as corrections. If you happen to have a family member that happens to be in a correction system and there may be some problems there, or state subsidies such as Medicaid and food stamps, or if there happens to be some issues maybe with highway or transportation. If there happen to be insurance issues or sometimes fraud issues, of course the Attorney General's office might be able to help.
Hi, I'm Mike Parson and I serve the 28th Senatorial District in the state of Missouri. And the question today is, how do we affect local government on the local level? And one of the opportunities I've had is to be able to serve on the local level as elected official. The one thing I think that the state always has to be concerned with is that we get too much involved on the local issues when, frankly, the best thing to do is let the locals handle their own issues as much as possible till we have to get involved. But for the most part, I think one of our jobs is to always protect the local city councils, the local counties, to let them make the decisions that they can, and we worry about state government, let them worry about the local issues.
I'm Ryan Silvey, State Senator District 17, which is in Clay County on the Kansas City side. You know, we do a lot of things when it comes to working with local governments, working together to do things that state law would authorize the local government to do. But we also have an interesting role sometimes in responding to constituents when they feel their local government isn't paying attention to what they want. Sometimes we have an issue where a city council may be doing something that's wildly unpopular and they're getting no traction, the citizens get no traction at the city council, so they come to us and ask if there's anything we can do to intervene in that situation. In fact, I find myself in that situation this year, so it's an interesting topic.
Hi, I'm Senator Brian Munzlinger from the 18th District, which is up in the very northeast corner of Missouri. I represent 14 counties here in the Missouri Senate. And actually here in Missouri Senate, state government actually affects all of our lives. I didn't used to realize it, but it affects us from our birth certificate to our death certificate. And my job down here is to make sure that my constituents in my district and in the state actually benefit from what we do here in the state of Missouri. We try to make sure that we do provide good jobs and services for those people here in the state of Missouri and for the local governments that are under us. We try to help them out, that we can bring business in and provide people with jobs. If you provide jobs, you're going to have a tax base that can help those local entities, your municipalities, your schools, all those local governments to have the funding that they need to do the services that you want done.
Hi, my name is Margo McNeil, and I'm the state representative for House District 69, which is parts of Florissant, Hazelwood, and St. Louis County. I very much appreciate my local and state government and the way they work together. A good example of that was the recent tornado that hit Hazelwood and Florissant. It devastated large parts of the 69. And it was wonderful to see the way the mayors jumped to action right away, going door to door to making sure people were safe. The governor was in town within about 12 hours to survey the area. County Executive Dooley and other people from St. Louis County were on the spot, letting people know what services were available, and the cleanup began immediately. We also had MoDOT that came in immediately after the storm, along with disaster relief crews from Florissant and Hazelwood, cleaned all that debris off the streets so traffic could move again. It's a perfect example of how state, local, county governments work together for the best efforts and the best needs of the citizens of our communities. And so I so appreciate their being there and the strength of our local governments.
Hi, Gary ROMINE, representing the 3rd Senate District of Missouri. I'm very excited to be up here in Jeff City on behalf of my constituents, as one of the most important things I think I can be doing is helping those constituents navigate the various bureaucracies and agencies that they have to from time to time to get some issues resolved. Also, it's very important up here that a lot of municipalities aren't able to develop rules or ordinances without, I guess you would say, permission from the state. And one of the things we've been able to do this session is to represent the Farmington District, or City of Farmington in my district, and helping them with some ordinances that will allow them to take to the vote of the people, if they would so desire. If they feel like an ordinance is more than what they want to decide as a municipal form of government, they can take it to the vote of the people. And we about have that bill. We've taken it out of the Senate, passed it over to the House, and we're looking forward to that bill getting completed. It is truly a pleasure and honor to be able to represent not only individually, but the state and county government back home and be a support for them.
I am Senator JAMILAH NASHEED of the 5th Senatorial District, representing the city of St. Louis. Thanks for having me on. What I would like to say to those that want to know what is it that we do here on the state level for local government, it's simple. Case in point, the city of St. Louis is looking forward to bring in a piece of legislation to the body pertaining to courts as well as gun courts. Well, gun courts is extremely important for the local government in the city of St. Louis because we have way too many guns on the streets, and we want to be able to do something on the local level. So therefore, we're here on the state level fighting for local control for gun courts in the city of St. Louis. Another major issue that the state deals with pertaining to the city of St. Louis is Medicaid expansion. A lot of our constituents in the city of St. Louis care much about the impact that the Medicaid expansion will have on the uninsured. What we're looking to do on the state level is to keep pushing so that we can expand Medicaid for approximately 260,000 people, not just in the city of St. Louis, but throughout the state of Missouri. So those are just a few things that we have to do for those that are in the city of St. Louis on the state level.
Well, I'm Bob Dixon from Springfield, and it's been a pleasure to visit with some of the folks that are here today to talk to us about concerns that they have, the way that state government deals with local government, and specifically this is Firefighters Day here at the Capitol, so we have a number of firefighters, both municipal departments as well as some of the rural fire departments here talking to legislators, and it's a good day to kind of see advocacy and in action. So it's certainly a pleasure to serve, and I would just encourage folks to be cognizant of the fact that it's actually rather easy to let your voice be heard in the state capitol.
Hi, I'm Senator Gina Welch from the 13th District. You've met me before. Today you've met several of my colleagues from the Senate here in Jeff City. You found out how they relate to their governments at home and their municipalities. But I need to tell you that this is just not a part-time job for them. They're up here Monday through Thursday, oftentimes working till midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. They're very passionate about what they do. We have different ideas, all of us, and we don't always agree. But we try and work together. That's the key there. That's what makes government better for you and for your family across this state. When they get home on Fridays or Thursdays, depending on their schedules, they're there meeting their constituents in their districts, anywhere from a flood in Clarksville to a drought in St. Louis. So we cross the gamut and we cross all lines, and we all have different jobs, so we maintain those jobs as well as serve our constituents.
Local governments are also a form of public administration, which exists where typically the legislature has defined two major entities of local government. These are counties and municipalities, which are comprised of the various classes of cities and towns. The types of municipal entities and their titles will vary from state to state. For example, prefecture, town, borough, parish, village, etc. are all commonly used in other areas of the country. Rural areas and some suburban areas do not have a municipal government below the county level. And in some cases, like St. Louis County, we have both municipalities and a county government that functions as a municipality for the unincorporated areas. All states have been divided into counties, and they are the first-tier administrative division within the state. Our local governments have been authorized by the Missouri State Constitution and statutes to provide for the operation of the local governments in a predefined area. Missouri counties range in size from very small to very large. In the St. Louis area, our county is the largest county in the state of Missouri, and it has approximately 17% of the state's total population. Let's hear from some of our county elected officials.
Hello, my name is Charlie A. Dooley. I'm County Executive of St. Louis County, Missouri. St. Louis County is the largest populated county in the state, approximately 1 million people. But 300,000 of those individuals are in unincorporated St. Louis County, and St. Louis County, we are their municipality. When they need services, if it's police protection, highway, road work, or they need public works, we're the person they call. I'm proud to report that St. Louis County is the only county in the state of Missouri with a AAA rating.
Hi, my name is Michael Mara, St. Louis County Councilman, 4th District, and I represent the northeastern part of St. Louis County, and we are local government. We listen to the voice of the community. We help in a neighborhood. police protection. Local government is your fire protection. Local government is your parks, your neighborhoods. Anything to deal with your neighborhoods and involvement, your schools are local government. So local government is good for the community. We hear your voices and we can address your concerns on a day-to-day basis.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Burkett, and I represent the 2nd District on the St. Louis County Council. One of the reasons that I first got involved in the political process was to be able to help the constituency in my district, and I do that, I believe, by taking care of their needs and their questions.
In Missouri, municipalities are classified as villages, 4th class, 3rd class, or home-ruled cities, depending on when they were incorporated and the size of their population. Each type of municipal entity is uniquely structured as to the laws they may enact and how they govern by the Missouri legislature. Municipalities vary in size and are generally the population center of the region. In St. Louis County, we have 90 municipalities that provide various levels of services to the residents of their municipality. The municipalities are divided into wards with conditions of service and terms of office for officials defined by state statute. The residents residing in the municipalities elect their mayor, city council members, and officials to represent them. Some of the services provided by municipalities are public safety services, which include police, fire, and emergency medical service, public works, which is the maintenance of city streets, snow removal and signage, code enforcement, public building maintenance, and municipal courts. Now let's hear from some local elected officials.
Hi, I'm Tom Schneider, Mayor of the beautiful city of Florissant. One of the things that our citizens have come to expect is excellence in all the services that we provide. We're very proud to be part of our region of North County. We have great neighbors with Blackjack, Ferguson, and Hazelwood. We try to work as a region within the 2 school districts that we occupy, Ferguson, Florissant, and Hazelwood School District. We feel we've got the kind of leadership to really make a lot of progress in the next 10 years.
I am the mayor of the city of Overland. My definition, and I say my definition of local government, is working for the people. The people are who we work for. Government is just the implementation of the laws to take and govern us. Never forget who you're working for, the people.
I'm Benjamin T. Allen Sr. I'm a councilman for the city of Blackjack. I've served in that capacity for more than 30 years. I'm president of the city council, where I've served as its president for more than 10 years. Local government to me means we're within arm's reach of any of the residents of our city. We're available to them in 24 hours a day. Anytime a resident calls, it's immediate reaction. We're able to find resources necessary to resolve any concerns. Interacting with our residents, we see them every day. We're at any time that we can talk with them, any time that we can have conversation with them. I believe what that establishes is trust and believability and credibility when serving as a local official.
I think what local government is where it's at. Frequently, I have 3rd graders who come to City Hall and they ask me what the purpose and value of government is. And it's here to make life better. And at the local level, you can see how, as an elected official and as a public servant, you have the ability to make that happen. We provide so many services that impact people's lives every day. Police protection, parks, recreation, snow plowing, fixing those streets, all of those things determine how well people live in a community. And at the local government level, we can influence all of that. I also believe that local government is such an important part of the fabric of St. Louis. Frequently, we're criticized for too many communities, but quite frankly, it's all of these communities at the local level that really show democracy in action. Because here we are accessible to folks, we see the neighbors, we see our friends, these are people that we serve, and for whom we're trying to make life better. So for me, being mayor for all of these years in Webster Groves has been a very rewarding experience because I can see the value of what we do at the local level every day.
Hi, my name is John Dalton, and I have the great honor and privilege of serving the citizens of the City of Town and Country as their mayor. And I've been in this position about 8 years, something I take very seriously, and it's a great honor to be in that position. The issue of local government is particularly important to me because it is what we believe distinguishes our community from those around us. We have a heart and character associated with Town and Country that we believe defines us, and we are pretty zealous in protecting what that means. The ability to maintain local control is important to us because it is something that our citizens expect. They expect a quality of service, they expect a quality of responsiveness that we strive to meet every day. If we let go of that ability to locally control our interests, then our citizens, I think, will be disappointed at least and frustrated at most.
In St. Louis County, we have over 150 political jurisdictions and special districts that provide services to county residents. Some examples of these are school districts, which we have 24, special school districts, St. Louis County Community College District, St. Louis County Library, Community Library Districts, Metropolitan Sewer District, Fire Protection District, which we have 23 in St. Louis County. And many others can be considered local governments that have an elected board and provide services to their residents. Now let's hear from some individuals that the public usually does not think about being part of local government.
School districts are really a vital part of our community, but in order to have a strong district, in addition to talented staff, students who are committed in engaging and in being active learners in their education, we really have to partner with our local area governments and entities. That's why a strong relationship with our neighbors in Florissant, Hazelwood, Blackjack is so very vital because these are all of our kids. In addition, we like to work collaboratively with our area police departments. And again, we believe that all of these organizations working very effectively and efficiently together make our community strong, make it vibrant, and also prepare us to sustain ourselves long term.
A recent Mason-Dixon poll for the National League of Cities, which is an organization that advocates for more than 1,600 cities and towns across America, found that voters trust local government to address the issues that matter most to them. According to an April 10, 2013 National League of Cities press release, this survey shows that when it comes to getting the job done on critical issues in people's lives, voters firmly entrust their local leaders to represent them best. Maria Lopez Rogers, president of the National League of Cities and mayor of Avondale, Arizona, said voters would rather have the issues they care about addressed by their local leaders who are neighbors they know and trust. Clarence Anthony, executive director of National League of Cities, went on to say local governments are trusted to address the issues that are critical to the everyday lives of Americans. In wrapping up today's show, I'd like to share something President Obama said in January 2010 speech. He summed up the effects of local government better than I can with the following statement: "You're the first interaction citizens have with their governments when they step outside every morning. The things that make our work and our people go, transit and public safety, safe housing, sanitation, parks and recreation, all of these tasks fall to you. If you have an opportunity during the week of April 28th through May 4th, take the time to thank your local government for the job they do on your behalf. Without their expertise and community support, we would lack some of the amenities that we have come to rely upon and expect in our daily lives. If you have any questions for me, you can email me at our website at www.cityofblackjack.com or contact me at 314-355-0400, extension 100. Thank you for watching our show. I hope you enjoyed it.